Well, good day, YouTubers, and thank you for tuning in to today's Ultimate Unboxing Toy Review. And today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the Little Town Timeless Toys Wooden Space Railway Set, which has 87 pieces. And I tell you what, do you know where I got this from? The local shop somewhere around Kings Northam. And guess what? It costs £4.50. And I tell you what, one thing that really caught my eye was not only just the space shuttle itself, or the rocket ship, whatever it's called. Is it like the Saturn V? I can't really tell. We've got what looks like to be a truck, or a B-double if you're from Australia. And we've also got the train here. But what's even more noticeable about anything else is that this train looks very different. In that case, hey, we've got a young girl from a certain race that we can't say on YouTube because, hey, YouTube easily monetizes me when I talk about certain people from different backgrounds. Very important to say. But most importantly, this toy says 100% recyclable, 3+ years. But the major reason why I bought this playset was that because, if I look at the back of the box right here, okay, oops, that wasn't very much great here. There you go, there's all of this blah blah and all of this blurb at the background here, right? Obviously, what's interesting is, it says that the trainer set requires 1 AA battery included. So the battery is straightforward, not included in this set. So that's actually straightforward, very, very nice. But then what really sort of spooked to me is that it says the word included. Well, I'm not sure if it's included, but hey, let's take a look if it is or not. And there you go, there's a whole bunch of this blah blah, but hey, what I really want to straightforward see is the entire unboxing of this thing. And that's why I took a while to just straightforward feel absolutely impressed with this set. It is an amazing toy playset to get into wooden railway trains, and I'm pretty sure this will be ultimately amazing for the fact it might also synchronize with a bit of compatibility and cross-compatibility with other brands like Brio, Thomas, other brands like Imaginarium if you were from Toys R Us, which unfortunately has died. I think ALDI also does toy train sets, I think. Who does Little Town Timeless Toys? Is it Tesco? Or is it ALDI? I can't really tell. But anyways, let me just go ahead and unbox this thing and see how this playset comes to life. But most importantly, after unboxing, I have to straightforward build of what's actually on the back of the box. Or should I just say on the front of the box. Most importantly, I've got to show the price tag, or as people say, oh Ivan, you're making a whole bunch of fibs. Well, there you go, £4.50. If ever I've seen it, it's a gift-aided toy. Thank you so much. And you know what's going to come next. I'm sure about that. Coming in for the epic unboxing. And this is actually straightforward. It might have been very much secondhand. Be it very, very nice. I can tell you what, those guys, I've never ever incorporated in something else. Oh, wow. Oh, yes. Oh, my goodness me. We've got the train right here. I'm actually quite curious. Oh, the train is still working. How the heck did I not even know that this train still got its battery up and running? That's quite weird. Oh, wow. It's got like a forward and backwards changer. Yeah, I really want to see what it's like. And apart from the train coach itself, which is quite a nice thing to know, I want to see what... Okay, I want to straightforward be very curious of what... I'm pretty sure it's going to take 1 AA battery. I'm somehow quite curious about that. Let me just forward throw in a much more fresher battery for that one. Before I should straightforward throw in some batteries, I also want to let you know there's also other track compartments here as well. We've also got what looks like to be a flatbed wagon or something else. And what it looks like to be, is that a truck or a lorry? I'm pretty sure it could be a duplicate of something else. So that's actually quite a nice incorporation to this playset. And it looks like we've got like a cheap plastic coach. But hey, everything all looks good, I suppose, hey? Okay, it seems like I've just thrown in some fresher looking batteries. These ones are from Amazon, which obviously that came from that that knockoff Dark Side helicopter video, if you remember what I did so far. Time to do the unscreen shot and see what battery does it take here. Quite curious, it's almost like Tommy and Trackmaster. This is actually quite somehow very similar. Okay, we've got, oh, that's a bit weird. Is that a battery from ALDI? I'm actually not quite totally sure of how good or bad this battery is. I think this battery has seen far much better days. Let me just throw in a much fresher one. Oh, okay, I think this one might be a bit... Okay, I'm not sure if I've got any more fresh batteries. But hey, you know what? There's nothing wrong about buying batteries with toy trains and stuff. I think this train is still quite a goer. It's actually quite a very nice looking train. I mean, although it's quite a slow running train, it's actually still very much a good runner. I might as well just throw it back together. We might as well just straightforward set up the whole train set as it is. And I might as well just build the entire thing according to what the packaging has said to us, obviously. And I might also talk about this playset. And obviously there's a lot of incorporated wooden track. I wonder how compatible is it with other leading brands. Somehow I'm actually very curious of what toy trains I might be able to very much anticipate on buying and or purchasing. You can also couple up the truck as well. It's quite a very nice looking. Oh, look at that! You can actually connect the train and the truck together. How cool is that, guys? And I can also load up boxes as well. Ah, it looked very similar to what I've seen in a previous video before. So that's your train and that's your truck. It's a nice hybrid, isn't it? And apart from the batteries, let me just see of what's in this set. There's also these really cheap and nasty bits of cardboard that I'm not going to incorporate with this set. Yeah, there's actually way too much cardboard. Oh man. Do you want me to just throw these away? I don't think these are part of the deal, but most importantly, we've got the constructions to build this wonderful looking train set. We've got a train, we've got a battery inside here. I don't know how is that being implemented so far. Okay, why do you have to include the battery in it? Isn't it a bit stupid to do so? Okay, so right over here, right. So this is the assembly of the train set. It actually is quite very explanatory. So as you can see, A are those small looking curved pieces of track. I can just start crafting now. Hey, you know what? I can actually start crafting as the whole train set is being built. There you go. You've got some very good fine motor skills on that one, hey? There you go. As I'm reading the instructions, I'm actually building the whole set right now. This is actually quite a fairly different quality of train components and other whatnot. This is actually quite very different than what I would have never ever expected to what I've seen before. And it's all licensed to by ALDI. I think all these come from ALDI. Okay, so let me just see what else is there. I'd like to buy so many like wooden Thompson Friends train sets. I can't see anything else. We've got a buffer stop here. That goes there. And we're also going to grab, I think D, are those, I don't know which ones they are. I think, is it these smaller, I don't know which parts they are. I think this one has the much more longer one, I think. But these ones are the much more, well, let's just say, shorter looking straight pieces of track. Bit confused somehow, I can't really tell which one is which. If it's G, I don't know which part, which component of track it is. I've got no idea. It almost looks like as if this playset has actually got a bit of missing components. There's F here. I think usually there's about 2, but I can't see the other one there, which is a bit strange. I don't know why. I'm just straight for reading the instructions, we're going to call them. And yeah, it feels like I'm just straightforward almost struggling to build this layout somehow. Oh, what's the other one? Build these small bits of track, like so. I think one of the best things about this train set is that, like so many other wooden railway keen features onto it, very nice, well laid out instructions. They're actually quite clear and easy to understand to find out where parts go. Quite nice, isn't it, somehow? And once, as I keep building this layout, this makes it as something relatively good. I'm actually hoping to anticipate on buying more wooden railway trains, as crazy as this sounds. You think I'm very insane or what? Oh, okay. So it looks like, oh, right. So L are those weird looking support pieces. Okay, so L is these ones. So you got to straightforward put one of these little stanchion blocks here. I'm just going to grab whatever the hell these are. There's a flag piece. I think there's basically a bit of a space science fiction sort of theme here. It's a bit of a space train sort of theme going on here. Where should I put L? Is L the much smaller ones? Okay, I think it's this one right here. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Oh no, it's not. Bit strange somehow. I'm a bit of a sucker somehow at building train layouts, but hey, I think, okay, let me just see. So that there is I, that there is J, and that there's K. L is possibly, I can't remember, I think it's that piece there. So L has to be this one right there. I'm not sure if I'm following the instructions. Oh, okay, so K goes here because it's meant to be a stanchion type of thing. Have I got it right or have I got it completely nutty wrong? Okay, J is, no wait, hang on, is this L? I'm actually straightforward very confused of where these stanchion pieces go. I think one gripe is that they could have just at least added, like, you know, of where train parts go, they have to at least, you know, put some numbers into it or anything else in that general. Okay, what's this? So is this L, K, J, and then I also put I here as well. Let me just... How the hell am I just building this layout? You know, one of the best parts about building train sets like this, you get a very nice, keen feeling of problem solving, and even in this case, wow, you just build it. You can just straightforward build. Oh, okay, I'm off to start over again. So it's actually the small piece, then it's actually this smaller piece of stanchion that you have to go next. And I don't have that much space because there's a box on the way here. So there you go. I'm just going to try forward. Oh, looks like my mobile phone's battery is getting low. And then I'll just straightforward build. Oh, I say K is that piece. Right. So I'll just build like this. Like so. And hopefully will be right as rain. And then I'll also put this piece right here. That goes in like that. Oops. How am I straightforward sucking? I think it's the track joiners that usually goes within. Okay, I'm just straightforward finding out where pieces go. And then we've also got L, M, and N. Oh, I see. So it's the support. So I get it now. So in correlation to how the supports work, you have to keep on building. I don't know how tall do I really want this layout. It somehow is a bit strange because I never thought of building model railway systems like that. That is quite weird. It almost looks like that these supports are a bit of the same dimension. It's a bit strange, isn't it? But you can get a very good value of how these train sets are. Right. Strangely enough, we've actually got a lot of like supports, structures like that, which is a bit strange. I don't know why. It does seem a little bit weird. Right, I'm just going to straightforward flip the pages like so. We've got some assembly instructions to build the stuff like that. I'm just too lazy building it. Okay. Don't know how much I could really say, hey, but I don't know how much memory or straightforward overtake via my tablet. I mean, that's just how it is. I'm just straightforward like building you know, a playset for 3-year-olds. What the hell am I up to? But anyways, I'm just going to keep on building it. So at least I've got I, J, K, L, M, N. Is that N? I can't really tell which one's bigger. It's a bit strange. They almost look like they're the same dimension, but they're not. Okay, they almost look very much the same. How frustrating to go through such a weird playset. So we've got, right, I think I've got that. I've got the right components, I think. So, as strange as it sounds, I don't know, are these ones P? You know, it's a bit difficult to differentiate which support is which. Although these ones appear a little bit taller, as strange as this looks. So I've got M, and I might as well grab N, which is, I believe, this small one right here. And, right, let me just see. Okay, so as I'm assembling, right, I think M, N is going to be the other piece, like so. I'm just going to lay it like so. Actually turn up towards here. N is going to be this piece right there, this stanchion piece. And then O, which I believe is this much larger piece. I don't know. How the hell am I building it right or wrong? I can't really tell. The best part about wooden railway track, you can actually flip it over and join it in different ways. And yeah, I tell you what, building this layout, that is just somehow incredible. Okay, I'm just doing my best to get the hang out over it. I'm just getting over with this. And then we've also got more stanchions which are a little bit like that. Okay, just persevering, persisting on to build this amazing layout. Oh wow, look at that. It's actually coming up really nicely, although there's a bit of a hang up right there. So I'm just gonna build. I'm gonna get a few bits of more curved track like so. Am I missing pieces or not? No, I'm not. Okay, so I'm just double checking along the way here. Okay, this piece can just straightforward move a bit. I just need to straightforward keep an eye on what I'm building. It's actually quite a very wonderful thing when you're building stuff with your hands. So much so, this is actually fantastic when you've got this sense of mobility to just build things along the way here. It's quite an awesome train set. Oh, and I've just broken my train of thought here, sorry for the pun, but it's wonderful. I have to say, it is a wonderful train set. It's actually quite fantastic to do so. Oh, actually, hang on, let me just take out this, because I need to fit in a larger piece of straight track, and I'm going to replace it with a smaller piece of straight track, and then I'm going to straightforward put in a much, let's just say, I'm just going to put this. I don't know how this is all going to contain well. No, I don't think it's going to work, I'm afraid. Maybe I might as well just put up a bit of staunching effort to this. Nah, I think it's going to suck. Nah, I think I've got the components wrong on this train set, I'm afraid. Nah, I don't think it will work, but we'll just see about that. I'm just doing my best to try and... Okay, which one is E? Can't really tell which one is E. I can't really tell which train piece have I got. Is it this piece? This small piece that I've got? No, that's C. It's almost a bit confusing when train sets are always like that. Bit strange, isn't it? But hey, that's somehow a bit normal. I might as well just fit in this longer piece of track. And I might as well just include just a bit of that, just to hold it nice and secure. Although I do think this train is actually going to struggle going through this high-end elevation system. But strangely enough, this is actually one of the few toys that I've actually been enjoying building so far. Because I can tell you what, building this train set may not be one of the most simplistic. I don't know if I've got all components missing, but hey, clearly this is what I've just been building. One of the most difficult to build train sets, but this is actually something that I'm about to achieve. Maybe I can try and do something a little bit more abstract. Maybe a lot much more abstract than that. Okay, so I might as well just keep on. I don't know what to do with this weird, crazy train set. It almost feels like I have got nothing else to build. Okay, we're just hitting the 18-minute mark. Maybe I might as well just change my mind by just putting a ramp piece like that, so that everything will work a little bit, just a tad better. Okay, looking much better now. But I don't think... Do you know what? I've actually got a set of spare wooden track pieces to go with this set, which will... I mean, it's not gonna be that accurate, but that will actually help to spare some time to build one of the most difficult layouts I've actually been experiencing to build. I might as well just take out some of these small pieces of track, like so. I might as well just take out some of these. But mind you, I tell you what, I've actually been enjoying so much of building this layout. It's somehow quite wonderful, although I do think that the stanchions are a little bit difficult. Right, so let me just build that piece there. I actually do have a lot of spare wooden track pieces to go with the set. It's alright somehow. It actually is a lot much more fairly time consuming than just having to build, you know, actual... Oh, okay, I've actually got more wooden railway stuff right here. Like, I've actually got some more wooden track. I've actually got so much of it to spare around with. Hey, guess what? Even though I just feel like I'm a bit sick and tired of just straightforward like having to... I've got some wooden train pieces. I've actually got a few bits of wooden track, but do these pieces really look comfortably compatible with other brands? I'm sure, I don't know how much deeper the profile other train brands seem to have. We'll just have to find out of how big or small the profile of some of the wooden track pieces that I seem to include. Strange enough, I'm just going to join some of these other remaining pieces like so, and hopefully will be straightforward right as rain. And I might as well include that small piece. The best part is you can actually flex around with wooden pieces of track. So there you go, there's my very weird abstract railway that I've decided to build. And actually, you know what, let me just go and get the constructions. Okay, after building this painful layout, I mean, it was a bit of a cheat, really. I initially thought it was clear and easy to understand. Well, I just think I've been condescending, haven't I? And there's some very weird jigsaw stuff, but I'm not going to include it because it's obviously a bit too abstract. Although some people might get a bit angry about that, saying, "Oh, you didn't put the jigsaw pieces on." Right, so we've got this set right here, and we've also got this building right here. And once again, I'm actually quite curious about building the entire layout. So who knows? Maybe I might as well just have fun building the set. Right, what do we have? So we've got like 2 little men right here, or is it 3 men? There in this set. We've got, looks like to be an astronaut, fake Buzz Lightyear, whatever we're going to call him, and I thought it was going to be someone else. Just a guy in a suit with his tie poking out. Right, obviously that's very much so. And we've also got, is that a space shuttle sign? Like so. I might as well just put it like so because I'm a bit abstract. And we've also got some oil drums, possibly nuclear oil drums. But even more so, we've got, looks like to be some sort of weird cardboard. It's actually reminiscent of a jigsaw puzzle, if you can think of it this way. And there's also, is that like a control panel for space and whatnot? It actually does look very abstract by the looks of it. And then you've also got these weird looking cardboard cone pieces. There's a flag right there. You know, there's actually quite a lot of accessories here that I've never ever thought of building this one up. Well, strangely enough, you know what's actually amazing about this set? There's not that much plastic being involved right over here. You know, it's quite interesting. Alright, so I'm just going to build the shed itself, the space shed itself. I don't know how good or bad this is. And there's also this weird looking space shuttle thing, whatever it's called. Have I got other components missing out? Right, I'm not going to build the jigsaw puzzle set because obviously that's going to take over so much space. But I will straightforward focus on just these pieces right there. The Saturn V and also those building pieces like that. Oh my gosh. It feels like I'm just sucking in to build toys now. Noticing I feel like I'm a complete, you know, adult who has the mindset of a 3-year-old, but then doesn't really seems to care because I'm just straightforward, almost like grown out of toys. I could just talk toys all day long, but hey, when I'm building them, damn, I'm feeling like, nah, I'm just too very much bored. Okay, so what is this? So that there is your profile to build your space thingy. It's like a space building, isn't it? So you just build that part in like so. Okay, it says Little Town Space Agency, and then we've also got this piece right there. I think that goes on the back. Hopefully it goes on the back. I'm pretty sure it is. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's like building a jigsaw puzzle set, but am I doing it right or am I just doing it wrong? Okay, so let me just clip this piece in together like so. Yes, we've got it all nicely fitted in correctly and perfectly. Then we're going to fit in this roof. It's the small one actually. Here we go. We've got the small one being fitted in like so. Actually, I forgot to mention about this. Oh man, I forgot about this little weird looking space shed door entrance thing. Right, I'm just going to put that right here. And I also need that roof piece, but do you know where the roof piece is? Mind you, I'll tell you what, I haven't been seeing so many other pieces and other stuff and whatnot. What is that? Is that like a helipad or something? And then we've also got these weird looking... oh my goodness, I was going to say something really bad, but I won't because obviously that would be stupid against YouTube's algorithms. We've got these weird looking space shuttle components, some cone pieces. Do I have more cone cardboard pieces? I'm just hawking around as such. I don't think there is. Maybe I might be totally wrong. I'll just have a bit of a forage around to see if there's any more missing components that I actually haven't properly seen, there's a satellite radar piece there. That thing there, of course. And let me just go ahead and... Oh yeah, I've got my constructions with me. I need to look closely before I should start to think of something else. So, we've got that involved. So, right. Okay, I'm just going to straightforward turn the poker. Right, I'm actually going to think about building the Saturn V. I'm just going to finish off my freaking space shuttle rocket Saturn V house hangar airport thing. They've got like nice looking clips so that the whole structure is nicely secure. Actually, you know what, I haven't really been doing very well. God dang it. I'm not going to push it real hard, but I'm just going to make it as a very perfect swim fit. There you go. This is all that's being built now. And what else? So I've just built what I've got. And I'm also going to build the cones that I've got in the set. Weird, there's a bit of cone action right here. I don't think I've got the other piece of cones. I don't think I've seen it somehow. There's like a weird looking stanchion thing that I don't need to get bothered with because now that I have to really suffer from it. Or maybe do you want me to put one of these in one of the sets? Or do you want me to put one of these? Okay, just put one of these. I don't know. I'm just gonna do it as I would wish. Oh man, it's painful, but it's great doing tour reviews. Oh wait, that actually does provide a bit of advantage for my wooden trains to go through. Okay, let me just build the Saturn V. Oh man, it's almost actually straightforward, very anxiously exhausting to get through this playset. So, well, okay, so let me just start with the Saturn V. So you start with these weird looking blocky profile things. Is that where the jet turbines is? Not quite totally sure about that. So you start out with these components like that. I think you just slide the one, which has got that end like so. Then I shall also include that piece there. I think you have to include this here. I'm just going to straightforward show you what it's like cleaning that painful looking circular piece onto the top. Yep, nicely secure. And then after that, I'm just also going to include the Saturn V pieces. I'm not sure if that's right or wrong. Have I done it wrong or have I done it right? I don't know if I've done it correctly or not. And then we've also got these weird looking pieces. I just feel like I must have done it very badly. Oh well, I might as well just have to show off my prowess and see how it's like. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Further along, I've actually just noticed there's a bit of an error here. I've actually got these two space shuttle pieces. One thing I've realised is that I've actually got to attach them pieces here, like so, just like what I did. So you have to form like a piece that looks like this. Not sure if that makes any sense. And then you have to clip onto that section there, and then hopefully this should also do well. I think that should also work well with the other components that I was playing around with. I'm just going to put it right over to the bottom just to show off what I'm doing here. Hopefully making a bit of sense now. And then you put this top piece right over with the bottom part of the rocket, looking like a complete Saturn V rocket, which actually is quite very painful to build because it's all cardboard. Man, it's them cardboard pieces that are just so painful to get around with it. I just do not know how this has all been built. Well, at least I've got there. At least I finally have got there to the very end. Thank goodness I built this. Oh man, this painful bloody Saturn V rocket model. There you go, I've just built it. Oh, nicely and perfectly. But then there's also those other bits here that I need to straightforward insert before I straightforward do a jump cut, without even straightforward missing out a single video. So, next parts are those 4 clippers here. Not sure about you, but there's also another piece which, hang on, I didn't realise there's 2. How the hell am I being conned? I feel like I've been conning myself, didn't I? Yeah, you know what, I feel like I've been conning myself for not actually realising there's 2 more pieces to join together. Maybe that's just what it is, to join the whole set together. And then you've also got these clips that make it fairly essential for the space rocket shuttle to be joined together. I think you have to join into pieces like this. I think, oh, okay, so I have to join in from one section. So you've got to join into these 2 opposing pieces, which may seem different, but these actually help to form together to make it more as if this model was actually part of the whole, you know, Saturn V rocket thingy. And I think the top part is actually just straightforward taking itself off. And what the hell am I building here? At least I didn't get myself jump cutted right here. Right. So there you go. I've just built the Saturn V. And I think that's probably about it. What a painful train set to build. But I'm actually quite curious about this train. It's like a high-speed train with like a truck in it. I'm actually quite curious on how this toy train runs on its merry layout. I'm actually quite curious on how, since it runs on a AA battery. You can actually tell it to go backwards, or you can actually make it go forwards. And I know it's actually quite a slow moving and running sort of train. I mean, don't expect this thing to have some breaknecking sort of recorded speeds like this, but this train actually moves relatively slow. Sure, I know this thing runs slow, but is able to haul lots and lots of capacity and that sort of stuff. I mean, look at that. See? My train's actually fully compatible with other sets, and all of a sudden that train's derailed. I don't know why, but this train here is actually running. It's actually doing it, but it's not climbing the hills very perfectly. No, I think it needs a new battery. Maybe not. Maybe I can just watch that thing just struggle on its way in. Oh, look at that! It just made it throughout the top. Do you think it's going to plunge down to the bottom successfully without having to hit the top part of the track? Oh, look at that. It's like a roller coaster, but look at that. Look at how this train set is actually moving. Oh, this is fantastic. Whoa. Oh, I nearly just collided on the top piece. But there you go. This is what I've just built. A wonderful looking train set. Fantastic, isn't it? I've just got the truck, which has got no cab detailing on the front. Bit boring, but then hey, you know what? One of the best parts about this toy train is that although it's slow, it actually works out really, really well. It's actually still quite a goer. Look at that. Beautiful to see. There you go. I'm actually just ready for finally complete and overdone with this train set. Beautiful to see. So, if you really enjoyed in this very weird and wacky looking playset, what do I really like about this set? The fact that it comes with a powered train looks nice, but the problem is that it's a bit slow, it's a little bit stuck, but yeah, I think one of the difficult parts I really don't like about this set is that we're getting some painful looking stanchions. But nevertheless, this train, it's just straight for detached a truck, it's actually doing really well. It's actually quite a nice train set to play around with. Even though it's not as fast as Tomy or Trackmaster, it still actually runs well. What a wonderful train to go for. I'm going to straightforward leave this video as it is. If you really enjoyed in this video, please give this video a very good like. Sorry if this video has been very rough and ready because of how pessimistic I was at first, but then hey, thank goodness I just built this train set. As always, thanks so much for watching, as I might be able to cover more wooden railway trains in the future. I think that's it. Bye for now. And it looks like that train's having a bit of a stack. Oh, well, look at that. Just shoves that toy truck all by itself. How weird is that? This is weird. But then, hey, I won't get wrong on this because, hey, that is clearly such a wonderful playset. There it goes. Whoa, oh my gosh. It's just hauling in that toy truck. I don't know if it's going to cause some sort of train wreck. For some reason it doesn't. Oh wait, it did. Alright guys, that's it. Bye.